Hey there, I'm Eddie O'Donnell here at Snow Joe, and today we're going to be talking about our awesome cordless battery-powered chainsaw, the 24V-X2-CS16. And when I say 24V-X2, what I mean is two 24-volt batteries powering up this chainsaw, making it a 48-volt chainsaw. So we're going to take a deep dive into this awesome, professional 24-volt, or should I say 48-volt chainsaw. The one thing that you're going to notice here is that we have a tool-free cap where that bar and chain gets tightened, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. We'll slide off the guard here. Here's how it comes off, and you'll also see it loosen the chain as I adjust it. There we go. See that chain loosen up? And of course, that's how you're going to tighten it up when you're in that mode, but to unscrew the whole thing, it just pops off like that. So there we go. We can see the sprocket and the whole bar and chain come off like that. And one thing I want to show off here is on the inside mechanism for the tool-free adjuster is all metal, so it's not going to wear away, and it's always going to be a sturdy connection. So when you're going to be cutting with your chainsaw, a lot of times what happens is your bar is going to heat up, and that's going to cause your chain to heat up as well, and your chain's going to expand a little bit, leaving you with a loose chain like that. One of the things that I really love about this tool-free chain tightening design is that now when I want to tighten up, all I have to do is turn that knob. I don't need to reach for an extra tool. I don't need to remember to bring an extra tool with me while I'm working. All it takes is a quick tighten of the wrist, and this automatically tensions up your chain. And to know when your chain's at the perfect tension, you just want to see the bit that sits in the groove barely come out just like that. One of the best professional features that I see on this chainsaw are the metal bucking spikes. These metal bucking spikes, they are sharp and they are big, and they give you the leverage to get through those cuts. Right on the side here, you can see the tank for your bar and chain oil. Just fill that up with that bar and chain oil to lubricate your chain as it's spinning around the bar to keep the saw working smooth. That's the only thing you're going to need to refill, because this is an electric chainsaw. So no gas, no spark plug, none of the hassle of mixing the fuel like you've had to do before. I've got two 24-volt batteries. These are our 2 amp hour batteries. This side is where you put those batteries into. You take your 24-volt batteries and you slide them in to this side, getting that combined power with those two 24-volt batteries, that 48-volt system. So one thing that you see at the top here is the chain brake, so that when the saw comes back, this snaps forward and turns the saw off very quickly. One of the things that I really like about this is that when you've got the batteries plugged in, you can see right here, there's a ready light, so that if I pull that chain brake back, that light comes on and lets me know that the saw is ready to cut. When you're ready to cut, all you gotta do is push the safety button and pull the trigger. One of the most important things when you're cutting with your chainsaw is being properly protected, and it's always important to wear the proper protective equipment, or your personal protective equipment known as PPE. Whether it's a helmet, whether it's goggles, whether it's gloves, or chainsaw chaps. Now, one of the best things about an electric chainsaw is that you don't need to worry about the ear protection, because you're not dealing with a loud gas motor. So you can lighten up on the ear protection if you want to. But for the other stuff, let's get ready. And let's show you how that chain brake works. So you notice now when I pull the trigger, the chain brake isn't activated. So the saw is not going to power on. As soon as I pull back on this and that light comes on, this saw is ready to go. And if anything happens when I'm cutting, all that needs to happen is for my hand to hit the chain brake, and it'll stop immediately. Well, let's see how this thing cuts. So, now that you know how this thing works, go chop some wood.